Welcome you all for non-traditional machining. Subject code is 18ME641. Module 1, Introduction to Non-Traditional Machining, NTM. This is lecture series 3. Myself, Prashanta MV, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Canara Engineering College, Benjanapadavu, Mangaluru. Once again, welcome you all. Disclaimer: this PPT has been prepared by referring many sources, which includes figures, diagrams from internet as well as from prescribed text and reference books. I do not claim any originality in preparing this PPT or video. This PPT or video is exclusively for the purpose of education and not for any financial gains. I wholeheartedly thank all those who have directly or indirectly contributed to do this PPT or video. Once again, thank you one and all. Selection of NTM processes or process selection parameters. Here, while selecting a process to be used, the following factors should be taken care of. They are physical parameters, shape to be machined, material applications, economic considerations, properties of the workpiece material, and process capabilities, and still more are there like type of operation required, like the operation required for cutting or making a hole, something like various parameters are there before selection of the any process. Okay, these are the few points to be taken into consideration before selection of any kind of NTM process. Now we will move on to study in detail in further slides. NTM non-traditional machining, although advantageous in many aspects, however, cannot completely replace the conventional machining process. A particular NTM process suitable for a given material under the given conditions may not be equally efficient under other conditions. Hence, a careful selection of a NTM process for a given machining condition becomes essential. Now we will move on to first process selection parameter, that is physical parameters. See, in physical parameters, power, voltage potential, current, a gap between tool and workpiece material are a few common parameters in NTM process. For example, the process like ultrasonic machining and electric discharge machining consume approximately the same power for machining a particular material. See, the process like ultrasonic machining and EDM will consume approximately same amount of power for machining a particular material. But while electrochemical machining and chemical machining consume a comparatively a great amount of power compared to ultrasonic machining and electric discharge machining. Chemical machining and electrochemical machining consume a great amount of power. And further, with respect to the gap between a tool and workpiece, with respect to the gap between a tool and workpiece, a small gap is maintained. A small gap is maintained that gives a better result. That gives better result or a greater surface finish. Greater surface finish. Okay. A small gap results in a greater metal removal from the workpiece. However, some process conditions restrict the gap and hence a proper choice has to be made herein. Now we will move on to some examples. See, when power, as I told, ultrasonic machining is using less amount of power up to 2400 watts for a particular material, and ultrasonic machining is suitable for machining brittle materials. And electrochemical machining, it consumes a greater amount of power compared to ultrasonic machining. Here ECM consumes the power up to 1 lakh watt. And voltage potential, the voltage potential required for ultrasonic machining is up to 220 volts. Here also it consumes a less amount of voltage potential, whereas for laser beam machining and electron beam machining, it consumes a greater amount of voltage potential. It is up to 1,50,000 volts. Okay, compared to ultrasonic machining, these voltage ranges are very high. Next is current required for ultrasonic machining is only 12 amperes. This is more than enough to machine brittle materials. Similarly, for EDM process and ECM process, the current requirement is up to 10,000 ampere. Look at the difference in the use of current. For USM only 12 amperes. For EDM and ECM process, it is up to 10,000 ampere current. Look at the difference. How the much difference? Where is a 12 or where is 10,000 amperes? And gap. The gap is the distance between a tool and workpiece maintained during the machining. See, some operations required less gap and some operations required more gap. Depends on the machining setup. For example, see, the optimum gap is required for ultrasonic machining and abrasive jet machining. In case of ultrasonic machining, it requires only a small gap of 0.25 millimeter. 0.25 millimeter has to be maintained during ultrasonic machining operation. And for AJM operation, it requires up to 0.75 millimeter gap. 0.75 millimeter gap has to be maintained between tool and workpiece while machining using AJM equipment. Whereas high gap should be maintained for EBM and LBM, electron beam machining and laser beam machining operations. For electron beam machining operation, maintain a gap of 100 millimeter between tool and workpiece. And in case of a laser beam machining, a gap of 150 millimeter has to be maintained between tool and workpiece. Look at the difference. Where is the 0.25 millimeter and 0.75 millimeter, and where is 100 millimeter and 150 millimeter? Look at the huge difference is there, right? See, where is 0.25, where is 100? So huge difference has to be maintained from operation to operation, because it has some own setups and different kind of materials, different kind of conditions to be there for manufacturing some operations. So according to the conditions, the size of the gaps to be varies from one equipment to another. This is the main thing, and this process parameter plays a very important role while selecting a NTM process. I will repeat. Physical parameters like power, voltage, current, gap between tool and workpiece. These are the main physical parameters will play very important role during a selection of the NTM process. And a continuation of a physical parameter, here is a slurry medium. A slurry medium, it is the medium with the help of which the process is carried out or the working substances are suspended. Slurry medium, it acts as a cooling medium and it acts as a transferring agent. Suppose, see, while operation, the temperature may rises between tool and workpiece at the cutting zone. When the slurry medium is supplied to in between that space, it cools down the temperature some limit, and if any powder form or atomic level microchips, microscopic chips are formed in the cutting zone, when the supply of a slurry medium, it carry away that unwanted particles from the cutting zone while it flowing. And slurry medium, in case of ultrasonic machining, water is used as a slurry medium. Slurry medium is acts as a cooling agent, cutting fluid, and a lubrication liquid. So for so many activities can be done using slurry medium. Air is used as a slurry medium in case of abrasive jet machining. Inert gas such as argon or hydrogen is used as a slurry medium in case of a plasma arc machining. Air is used as a slurry medium in case of a laser beam machining, and that laser beam is used in the air itself, so air is acts as a slurry medium. In case of electron beam machining, the electron beam is used in the vacuum, so vacuum is acts as a slurry medium. When these electron beams are combined with air, the electron beam properties will lose its existing electronic beam will loses its existing property when this beam combines with the air. That is why the electron beam machining can be done in the vacuum chamber. So in vacuum, here is the slurry medium. Okay, these are the basic factors affecting, while selecting the NTM process. And second part, second parameter, the shape to be machined. The shape to be machined. See, with respect to some shapes to be machined, say for example, ultrasonic machining and laser beam machining processes are not suitable for machining a deep holes. Deep holes means lengthy holes. But electrochemical machining and electric discharge machining are comparatively good when compared to ultrasonic machining and laser beam machining. ECM and EDM are suitable for machining a very deep or a depth holes. Based on following shapes to be machined, the NTM process is selected. Holes. See, to make holes with a range of a diameter or with a range of a depth. Here first point, to produce precision of small holes, uh, say less than 0.25 millimeter, a very small diameter hole. To make such kind of small hole, usually LBM is preferred, laser beam machining is preferred. Okay, see here the small diametric hole, not depth, diametric hole, small diameter hole, the laser beam machining is preferred. When the standard holes in the range of 0.25 millimeter to 20 millimeter are produced generally using ultrasonic machining. Ultrasonic machining. Look at here. This is about only a diameter, not deep holes. Okay. Ultrasonic machining is suitable for making a more diametered holes and not suitable for depth or deep holes. And third point, a hole diameter is greater than 20 millimeter. Hole's diameter is greater than 20 millimeter. Commonly, electrochemical machining is used. For more than 20 millimeter diameter hole, ECM, electrochemical machining is preferred. Through cavities. Through cavities means first make one a large diameter hole, then make first make one suppose if you consider one billet or one small rectangular plate, we have to make through cavities like, see, first make one depth of uh, 5 diametered hole with a depth of 5 millimeter, and then make some 10 depth and 10 millimeter diameter hole above of that, like that, through cavities. So first you create one cavity and using that cavity as a base and making one more cavity, and second cavity acts as a base and making a third cavity, like that. This is happening through cavities. Precision cavities are manufactured with the help of ultrasonic machining or electric discharge machining. Standard through cavities are used with the help of ultrasonic machining or electrochemical machining or electric discharge machining. Look at these 2 points. See, among two, USM and EDM are same, are common. So making a through cavities, USM and EDM process is EDM processes are suitable. Surfacing. See, double contouring to be done with the help of electrochemical machining, and surface of revolution is generally done with help of electrochemical machining or plasma arc machining. For surfacing, to make surfacing on the workpiece, ECM is preferable. Electrochemical machining. Through cutting. Here first remove some material, and that depth is taken as a base, and again go for digging some material and remove the material. So that is through cutting. Shallow through cutting is generally done with the help of abrasive jet machining and electrochemical machining. Deep through cutting is done with the help of electric discharge machining, plasma arc machining and laser beam machining. This is the concept of through cutting. And third parameter is material applications. In material applications, see, as I told in the previous slides, one machine is not suitable for all equipments or all workpiece material. Okay, see, as I told, ultrasonic machining or mechanical energy utilization methods are suitable for brittle materials. Similar way, for ductile materials, suitable for some other equipments. So various equipments will prefer for various materials. ECM and EDM preferred for electrically conductive materials, like that. The workpiece material is a very important parameter to be considered. Some of the materials are corresponding better suited process are as follows. See, for aluminum alloys, CHM and PAM is preferred. Chemical machining and plasma arc machining is preferred for machining aluminum alloys. For machining the steels, electrochemical machining, chemical machining, electric discharge machining, or plasma arc machining are preferred. For superalloys, for machining the superalloys, abrasive jet machining, electric chemical machining, electric discharge machining, or plasma arc machining is preferred. For machining the titanium alloys, the electric discharge machining is most suitable. Refractory material parts are manufactured using electric discharge machining, ultrasonic machining, abrasive jet machining, or electron beam machining. These are the few examples or few material applications with the help of different machine methods. Plastics are also used for machining. For machining the plastics, electron beam machining, laser beam machining, or ultrasonic machining is preferable. Next, fourth parameter, that is economic considerations. See, economical factors include costs related to capital investment, cost related to tooling and fixtures, cost related to power requirement, and other expenses incurred for machining process. Here, abrasive jet machining, ultrasonic machining, and plasma arc machining processes require very low capital investment compared to electron beam, electric discharge, electrochemical, and laser beam machining process. So, we'll go with the examples. A capital investment. See, as I told, very high in case of electrochemical machining, high for electric discharge machining, laser beam machining, and electron beam machining, less cost for ultrasonic machining, and very less cost for abrasive jet machining and plasma arc machining. When we considered a capital investment, when we considered the cost related to tooling and fixture, when we considered the costs related to tooling and fixtures, low is at ultrasonic machining, abrasive jet machining, electron beam machining, laser beam machining, and plasma arc machining. Whereas the cost for tooling and fixtures is high in case of electric discharge machining and electrochemical machining. When we go for costs related to power requirement, very less cost required, very less power required for laser beam machining and plasma arc machining. High power requirement for chemical machining and electrochemical machining, and other processes like electric discharge machining, ultrasonic machining, abrasive jet machining, and water jet machining needs a very low power compared to above machining methods. Okay, this is the costs related to power requirement. Next is costs related to efficiency of the process. Efficiency is good at ultrasonic machining, abrasive jet machining, electric discharge machining, electron beam machining, and laser beam machining. And the efficiency gives satisfactorily in case of chemical machining and electrochemical machining, and efficiency is poor in case of plasma arc machining. When the cost related to tool or energy consumption very high, the cost related to tool and energy consumption is very high in case of electric discharge machining, relatively high in case of ultrasonic machining, and relatively less in case of abrasive jet machining, and very less for other processes such as plasma arc machining, laser beam machining, and electron beam machining. These are the cost related parameters, economic considerations. And now we will move on to fifth parameter, fifth point, properties of the work material. Properties of the work material. See, the workpiece materials possess different properties. They may be hard or soft, conducting or non-conducting, ductile or brittle, etc. Ultrasonic machining process is good for machining ceramics and glasses, and while electrochemical machining and electric discharge machining these processes are not suitable for machining ceramics and glasses. Okay, and because ceramics and glasses are not electrically conductive. On the other hand, electrochemical machining and electric discharge machining are good for machining steel and super alloys, but not with ultrasonic machining. Hence, the selection of a particular NTM process must be made by due to considerations. Okay, whether it is ductile or brittle, conducting or non-conducting, whether it is hard or soft, these are the main points to be considered while selecting a particular NTM equipment. Sixth property or sixth parameter, process capabilities. See, process capabilities of NTM processes include material removal rate (MRR) or metal removal rate, surface finish, tolerance, and other related parameters. In case of plasma arc machining has a higher metal removal rate compared to ultrasonic machining and electric discharge machining process. Electrochemical machining results in excellent surface finish. However, it causes extensive surface damage when compared to abrasive jet machining and ultrasonic machining processes. This is the concept of process capability.